Hey VC, it's David Michael. It's Sunday afternoon and I have the house to myself, so I was going to do this video midweek, but what I thought is I have the house to myself. I'll film the video now, I'll upload it, and I'll schedule it for midweek or so, just to give you all a break from this guy for a while. Not to have too many videos posted in a row, because you know, I have nothing more to add to that. Anyways, my wife took me out record shopping again yesterday. I think that was the third time to kind of, you know, get me stuff for my birthday. That was last Friday. Although I don't know if it was intended on that, but it ended up she picked up the tab for everything. So anyways, I'm sorry, I'm getting a text message on. I'm so hi-fi around here that I film this on my camera, and then while I'm filming I get text messages that you can't see but I can read. So I'll get back to you in a second, whoever's texting me. But anyways, my wife ended up picking up the tab again, so god damn do I owe her a lot after the last 3 days. But I had some exciting finds yesterday. We went to this little antique place that I've been having incredible luck on Saturdays. It seems they have all this vinyl and they put it out in increments, and then I go in and to this little spot, and the last 3 weeks in a row I've really, if you followed my videos that I've posted from Saturday hauls, then you know I've been finding a lot of good stuff there. And then I have one other find that I'll show you first thing up here, which I got from a used record store, and then a little tiny story attached to that. So cheers everyone. I'm trying to think what day it was now. Friday, on my birthday, I had a single. If you saw my birthday video that with all the singles I got and records, there was one single I didn't show you because when I got home I realized I already had it. And although all my singles are cataloged on my phone, there's the odd one that gets missed, and this one got missed. So I thought, well, I had some time on Friday. What better way to spend your birthday than to go record shopping kind of by yourself? So I took it in. I got the exchange, and then this place has thousands and thousands of 12-inch singles. So if you have time to dig, you can come up with some cool stuff. Very little of it is priced, so it's kind of a bit of a pain because you have to bring it up, and then it takes a bit of time for them to kind of look it all up and price it all. But apart from that, I was probably there for like an hour and a half or so, and I would take breaks just to give my back and knees a rest. So whatever I pulled, I'd give to the clerk, go out and have smoke and have a rest, come back and do some more digging, because a lot of it's, you know, you're on your knees in the very bottom shelves looking, and yeah, you guys all know how that is. So while I'm looking, I kind of I got there not long after they opened, so there was me and a guy I was kind of friendly with. He was actually the guy who sold me this turntable, my Moran 6200, and we were talking a bit, and so there really wasn't anyone in the store. So I'm kind of crouched down on my knees looking at records, and I kind of hear some grumbling about something. And this is not verbatim. This is kind of, you know, I'm old and deaf, so I kind of was trying to cobble together what someone was saying, and it was kind of words to the effect of, this guy makes vinyl videos on YouTube, or it was something like that. So I craned my neck, and I'm just kind of hoping they're not talking about me, because that can either be flattering or it can be kind of embarrassing depending on what that person thinks of your videos. You know, believe it or not everyone likes my videos. You can't please everyone all the time, right? So anyways, on my second pull of singles, I go to the counter and I hand them off to the clerk. And indeed, I guess they were talking about me, because the clerk says, "Oh, I've seen you on YouTube. I really like your videos." And he was recounting a video now about some albums I found, and I don't remember which ones they were. But I had talked to this guy previously about music and whatnot, about record fairs and about shopping for records in Europe and all that, and right where I guess he used to live. And really nice guy. And I forgot his name, so I asked him his name. His name was Ty. Shout out to Ty. Ty gave me a good deal this time around, but like I said, you never know if, you know, if they're being genuine or not. So Ty seems like a really stand-up kind of guy. So I'll take you at your word that you liked my videos. So that was kind of really, when someone recognizes you from your YouTube videos, you don't expect it. I mean, YouTube's this global thing, and you never really think about someone local seeing your videos and kind of piecing together that you are from where you are from. I know. I try not to talk about too much where I'm from, but other vague terms about Northern Canada or wherever. Anyway, so that was kind of a funny thing I thought was Ty recognizing me and being very complimentary. So once again, thanks Ty. Shout out to you. Thanks for the deals, and thanks for being a really super nice guy. So that was my little story about that. I have to have some content other than holding up records, so I got to tell you stories like this. All right, so I won't show you the singles because I don't know who's going to care about 80s 12-inch singles. If I get them in bulk enough, I'll show you, or maybe I'll save them for another video, the ones I got. But what I did get, and I got, I had a $10 credit if you spend enough money, and then I had this return credit, so I ended up getting this for not a lot of money. And I have an original Canadian pressing of this, but it was $1 find at a Goodwill, and it plays through fine, but it's a bit noisy, and it's I've gotten my $1 out of it. It's seen its day, so I was really happy to find this. This is an original German pressing of the Golden Earring, as they were known. The Golden Earring, 8 Miles High. Golden Earring, as I've said in some other videos, they're one of my favorite bands. Especially that early period, that pre-Radar Love period. They kind of seamlessly kind of interwoven, you know, from psych on to prog music at the time, and then they went on to make a lot more kind of commercial rock music. But 8 Miles High is a fantastic, fantastic album, and in fact, the entire B-side is a very elongated version of the song 8 Miles High, that obviously originally done by the Byrds, and it's a really fantastic. It's a real fantastic side of music. I'm running out of descriptive terms, but I really love this album, and this album is absolutely in excellent condition. So this is a very, very nice replacement to my my original Canadian pressing that I got for $1 about a year or 2 years ago. So that's what I got at that used record store, and like I said, Ty was nice enough to hook me up. Which leads me to yesterday's finds. Like I already said previously, that we went to this little shop, and I go in, and you know it's going to be a good day when they put Kiss vinyl out. So whenever I go and I see Kiss vinyl, you know, I've said in many of my other videos that I'm a Kiss nerd, and I won't go into that anymore. I've done that shtick too many times already. First thing I do is I kind of look at the price, and if it's priced out of your price range, then I don't bother. Like why tease yourself? But if the price is in range, I flip it around and I see what kind of pressing it is. Do I need it? And you look at condition. And so they had a copy of. Let me put this down. Okay. So they had a copy of this, Kiss's first album. Already, I'm intrigued for reasons you'll find out. It was priced at a mere $13. So if it was in good condition, it was going to come home with me anyways. And so the first thing I do, if you're into Kiss vinyl, you turn it around and you cross your fingers that it's a true first pressing, meaning it's on Casablanca, distributed by Warner Brothers Music, and it does not have the song Kissing Time, which was tacked on later on to kind of boost sales. But that's kind of, those are like second and third pressings and whatnot. I turned it around, and wouldn't you effing know it, it's a first pressing US. So it has no Kissing Time, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's, I hope it does anyways, if I can shine it on there. If not, trust me, it's a true USA first pressing, distributed by Warner Brothers Records. It's in pretty decent shape, I have to say. So that if you collect Kiss vinyl, that's kind of a bit of a heart attack moment when you find a true first pressing, and to find a U.S. pressing in Northern Canada. I don't know. So that's kind of one of those. I don't know. I'm trying to. Like I said, I'm running out of descriptive terms, but it's one of those moments where you're like, I can't believe I'm finding this. And I've been lucky enough to find a few first pressings. I'm going to show you actually. This is a Christmas present from my wife 2 years ago. I had sold, not to make this video too long today, but I had a true first pressing, and when I first started doing record fairs on my own, I didn't, I was having a little bit of an inferiority complex. Do I have enough stuff? Because you want to launch your first try at a record fair, and you want to launch it and you want to be successful and set yourself up for future record fairs. How I got into selling at record fairs is that my old record store I used to own, we used to have tables, and before that, the record store I used to manage before that, we always had tables at record fairs where we would pass out pamphlets kind of promoting our store. And our record fairs always fall on record store day weekend. So we would bring excess stock and sell it there, and it's more or less, you're kind of there to pimp your store. After I sold my store, they decided not to continue on with the record fair, so we had an outstanding kind of hold on this table, which I took over. And I thought, well, I got enough records in reserve, I'll start it off selling records. And I wasn't confident enough that I had enough good vinyl to sell. So I pulled some of my really collectible stuff. And of course, the very, very first record I sold, that very first record fair, within 2 minutes, was my Kiss first pressing. And I kicked myself ever since, and I knew I would, but and I dropped my record, sorry. But it did what I wanted. I had enough of those records where it kind of launched me, and I became known as a kind of a table to go to. So for Christmas a couple years ago, my wife, knowing that I was regretting that move to sell that true first pressing of the first Kiss album, she went on eBay and got me probably the closest to mint condition copy that I've ever seen. It's a US copy, and I make notes on it because I'm old and I have lots of Kiss records and I have to know what they are. But this is an absolute excellent condition of the first Kiss album, and she got me that for Christmas off eBay, and she paid the price for it. But I don't know how much more I can say about my wife, how awesome she is. But she got me that for Christmas. That replaced that one that I ended up selling, and then I ended up finding another original Canadian first pressing without kissing time. So right now, as it stands, I'm sitting on 3 first pressings, true first pressings, 2 American, 1 Canadian, of the first Kiss album. And as anyone knows how hard they are to find, I just keep on looking into them. So, I mean, I think that's just purely down to perseverance and the amount of time you put in looking, I guess, and some dumb luck. That was a lot of information packed into a couple minutes here. Anyways, the second find I had there was another Kiss find. And this was almost equally as exciting because I never had a complete Kiss Originals with all the inserts. And I found an absolute excellent condition copy of Kiss Originals there with the sticker, with the booklet. It didn't have the cards in it, which is no big deal because I have a set of cards. I have a copy of Kiss Originals that's really beat up, and the only reason I kept it is because it came with the original cards. So I'm going to get those cards, put it into here, and I have an original Kiss Originals with all the inserts. That's what it looks like, the Canadian copy anyways. And the vinyl is absolutely immaculate. I'll show you the records. I won't show you them in detail, but there's the red, yellow, and green custom labels. And like I say, when I say the albums, the vinyl is perfect. The vinyl is perfect. So, and that wasn't a lot of money. There's a lot of people in, when you find complete Kiss Originals in my parts, a lot of used record stores and antique malls and those kind of people, they kind of tend to go overboard with the pricing. So I know this is up at an antique mall or a flea market somewhere, a guy who sells records, and it's up on the wall for $125, and it's not even near this condition, and that's kind of crazy. It's not worth $125. Sorry, it's not. But my wife paid $30 for that yesterday. So now I have a complete Originals. I found another first pressing Kiss first album. And then here is the odd thing about this is that, and I'm gonna take another drink. Okay, so I'm looking in the Kiss originals when I get home, and inside, inside the original booklet for originals is an insert for an album that doesn't belong to that album. It is this insert. This might look like nothing. It's a merchandise form for Kiss. But what's exciting about this, and it's another coincidental heart attack moment, is that this was the only thing missing to have a complete Kiss Love Gun with all the inserts. This came with original pressings of Kiss Love Gun, and it's one of those pieces that are tend to always be missing from Love Gun when you find them, is the merchandise order form. So as I'm going to show you now, I have a first pressing Kiss Originals complete with the gun that's not opened, not cracked or anything. There's the merchandise form and an excellent near mint condition of the vinyl. So all in all, I got 2 complete sets of Kiss albums with all the inserts being the originals, and that insert completes my Love Gun, and another copy of the Kiss first album, first pressing without Kissing Time. There you go. So it's been an amazing 3-4 day run for me here of kind of completing things and actually getting things that I really want. So there you go. I'm gonna keep this a little bit under my normal 6-hour long video. And also I'm trying to think of ideas to do some more videos, because I think if you're going to do YouTube videos, I don't know what the validity is of me. I mean, it works for other people, so I'm not dissing anyone else. I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about me. I'm not sure what the validity is to have another dude who just all these shows vinyl find videos. It kind of, if you're going to go all in, I'm guessing. So I'm trying to think of some just different things, and some people have kind of sent me messages about, hey man, that was a really cool story you told about meeting that person. Can you do more of those? Or you know, someone wants me to show more box sets in more detail, and I could do that. God knows I have a lot of stories from meeting people, from being in the industry for so long. I was going to do a Hawkwind video, and I look on YouTube and someone's already done one, probably far better than I could ever do one. But I might do you know, something to do with space rock or Hawkwind specifically, that where it's kind of like me talking about that and not really kind of showing off records, I guess. Darren Locke over at Prog Review, he did a Hawkwind unboxing of something I was going to do, and he'll always do it better than I do. So I mean, I'm not really into mowing another man's lawn, if you know what I mean. So anyways, that's just kind of another way of saying I'm kind of thinking of some different things to do that, you know, that will keep me interested in keeping on to do these things, because, you know, you can't always have vinyl finds video, you know, like, especially since, you know, I've kind of promised myself to lower it down a bit for buying kind of, you know, things that I don't really need. So I'm just kind of talking out loud now of, you know, if you see some videos pop up that aren't vinyl find videos, I'm trying to do different stuff to keep myself interested, more or less. And also just, it's not really an announcement, because I'm really no one of consequence, so me doing an announcement is really kind of meaningless. But my wife and I are going on our European trip coming up end of May, first week of June. We're going to about 5 countries. We did this trip about 3 years ago, I believe, 3-4 years ago, which was our honeymoon, our much delayed honeymoon. But the first time I went to Europe, what we're doing is, our daughter lives in London, UK now, and we're going to go visit her. And we're going to go to about 4 other countries, just to go see some Depeche Mode shows, which is what we did on our honeymoon, and which is great. You see, you go to these great stadiums and see a band you like, and then you have all day to look around these incredible European cities. And we always pick really weird cities, other than London. We usually kind of visit kind of out of the way places, like Zagreb and Budapest. So we're going last week of May, early June, and what's awesome about that is that last time I brought back my weight limit in vinyl, of just really amazing vinyl that I found in Europe. at really good prices. So I'm hoping I can kind of work this out where I can kind of have enough memory on my phone or figure out a way to upload as I go along. You know, have enough Wi-Fi in Europe is a real pain in the ass, especially in London. Forget about it, finding, you know, free Wi-Fi. Anyways, I'm hoping to do kind of maybe like a travelogue of me shopping around Europe looking for vinyl, because I said last time it was absolutely amazing, especially in Berlin. Berlin is absolutely just, it's a whole other world for vinyl. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. So that will be coming up late May, early June, and we're going to Sweden, we're going to London, Berlin, I can't remember where else, Amsterdam, and there's always one or two other countries I'm forgetting now because my wife does the itinerary. She maps it all out, I help pay, and I just kind of go along. She's smarter that way. So anyways, like I said, I'm just kind of talking out loud for some different ideas. But I'm looking forward to doing this travelogue video, just kind of, if you've not been to Europe record shopping, you might get an idea of what it's like there and the differences between vinyl shopping there and in North America or wherever you happen to live. Anyways, if you've been watching this, thank you. If you made it this far and I haven't bored the shit out of you, thank you once again. So I'm going to sign off now. This has been David Michael. One last time, cheers. And that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.